What's up, guys? Dennis here. I am excited and psyched up to spend a few minutes with you to talk about NBA Conference Finals, of course, as both the Dallas Mavericks, Boston Celtics are within a game of reaching the NBA Finals. Before I do get started, you do like the content of this particular video, you know what to do. Go ahead, hit that thumbs up. Feel free to subscribe as well to my channel. That would be 100% awesome. And I tell you what, I was out at the pool this morning. It was great outside. It's really heating up in the southeast, by the way. I'm not here to talk about the weather, but just came back. And I am like, wow, man, it is getting hot outside. Let me tell you. So when the weather's getting super hot outside, especially if you're in the state of Florida, nothing better to do than to watch some NBA playoffs to cool off, man. Get out of that heat after a while. It's good to be outside, but get out of that heat and spend some time relaxing and watching some good basketball. So I took in both games over the weekend. Well, of course, we had a game Friday night as well. But mainly what I'm referring to is Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals, which was Saturday night, and Game 3 in the Western Conference Finals, which was Sunday night. I'm going to explain this the best I can by saying a few things. I'm going to actually talk more about the teams that are down 0-3 to start. And that is the Timberwolves and, of course, the Indiana Pacers. Now, Minnesota Timberwolves, I'm really not going to be that critical because they've run into a Dallas Mavericks team that is just a little bit more fired up, I think, than anyone, really. I mean, they got the eye of the tiger. They are playing with a tremendous amount of enthusiasm, a tremendous amount of belief. Luka is locked in. They are hitting big shots. Kyrie is hitting big shot after big shot. The Dallas Mavericks look really tough right now. I'm not going to get that critical on the Minnesota Timberwolves, because they've had a great postseason. They made it this far. And I'll say this. I mean, it's not like they're really doing anything. Okay, they're taking a few too many threes. You could point at different things and different players. But this just is not their series. That's all there is to it. This season will go down in history for them as a really good playoff run, and they fell short in the Western Conference Finals unless they come back and win 4 in a row, but I'm not counting on that happening. As far as the Indiana Pacers go, that's a little bit of a different story because you're getting a break with the Celtics not having Porzingis available. And before I forget, assuming it's a Celtic Maverick NBA Finals, they're going to need Porzingis, or else, in my opinion, they're not going to win the NBA Finals. They have, if they are full strength, yes, I would slightly favor the Celtics, but Dallas is playing real good. Wanted to touch on that first before I forgot. Now, the Pacers, guys, the thing with the Pacers is this. I mean, two games were in reach, very much in reach. The 18-point lead, which evaporated in Game 1, not calling a timeout before the inbound to set up something better than what we saw for an inbounds play. And then here we are, 2 games later. Now it's Game 3. And again, the whole let them play it through philosophy fails once again. And I've said it before, I highly respect Rick Carlisle as a coach, but he has been outcoached in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's easy to assess. That's easy to comment on. Game 3, you're down by 1 point. You have a timeout. You need to call a timeout as the ball is being advanced past half court with roughly 6 seconds left. You could set up a good shot. Why are we not calling a timeout? And you can go and check it out, guys. There's 4 Celtic defenders that were back on defense when the turnover occurred with, again, roughly 6 seconds left. Pacers had nothing going on once the ball was rebounded, once it was advanced past half court. They had nothing going on, nothing set up offensively. You have to take a timeout in that situation. It goes without saying. But no, they turn it over. Celtics convert 2 free throws. Then they use the timeout to set up a potential game-tying 3, which wasn't a bad look. But why did we have to go through all this? And then you lose by 3. You miss the three-pointer. The game doesn't go to overtime. You lose the game. Now you're down 3-0. So that was a little frustrating. Why? It was, because I wanted to see a good series in the East. I want to see a good series in the West too. But what do we have now, guys? We have 2 3-0 series. And the NBA Finals doesn't start till, I believe, June 6th, if I'm not mistaken. And I might be mistaken. It's right either on the 6th or right give or take a day. And if the conference finals ends in the next few days, we're going to have a nice 10-day break, roughly. Because they don't, they start that at a set date. That's it. Conference finals done early. Too bad. This is when the NBA finals will begin. So we got, again, I'll recap this video by saying 2 3-0 series. I expected a lot more of a contested, closer series in the West. I really did. Minnesota came to play in Game 3. They could have taken that game, but it's the will of Luka and Kyrie. It's just a lot to overcome right now. It just is. So let me know what you think. My main side note for now, Boston will need a healthy Porzingis to beat Dallas, in my opinion. They're going to need to play a little bit better, too, in my opinion, to beat Dallas. Didn't even mention Halliburton out for Game 3. And that's what made it, guys, that's what made it even more frustrating, because the Pacers played so good in Game 3. Above their heads, guys like TJ McConnell, tons of guys stepping up all over the place, only to just lose the game at the end like that. Or at least it contributes to losing, not handling these situations correctly. The Celtics have managed to not hurt themselves and have handled basketball situations correctly. So let me know what you think, guys. I will talk to you soon, and bye for now.